This wasn't how Jade Cargill's rise to superstardom was supposed to go. WrestleMania 41 was meant to be the moment everything clicked. The story, the spotlight, the silence of every critic who had ever called her overhyped or too green. She had the entrance, the gear, the power, and the platform, but in the span of just a few seconds, one botched move turned her dream debut into something else entirely. An unexpected fall that may go down as one of the most viral moments in recent WWE history. Not because she failed to win. She didn't. Jade Cargill actually walked out victorious, but the way it happened, and what unfolded after, has left fans debating whether WrestleMania 41 was her true arrival or a devastating stumble she may never fully recover from. Let's rewind just a little. When Jade Cargill first appeared in WWE, the internet practically melted. She wasn't just a new talent. She was the signing, the kind of headline-making acquisition WWE rarely gets from AEW. With her sculpted physique, movie star presence, and an undefeated streak that followed her from AEW to WWE, she didn't just turn heads, she owned every room she walked into. Then came the Royal Rumble, a surprise entry, no nerves, just dominance. That night, even in a crowded ring of veterans and legends, all eyes found her, and that was the point. WWE had plans. Fast forward to the road to WrestleMania. Jade was booked against Naomi, a returning veteran with something to prove. Naomi hadn't had a WrestleMania moment in years. Fans had rallied behind her comeback, her underdog energy, and her electric connection with the crowd. This wasn't just a one-off feud, it had layers, history, emotion. WWE leaned into that with promo packages, interviews, even a sit-down segment that blurred the lines between kayfabe and reality. The fans were buying in. Jade vs. Naomi had the potential to steal the show. And early on, it felt like it would. From the second the bell rang, the energy inside Allegiant Stadium was nuclear. Jade came out like a freight train, power moves, trash talk, that signature aura of invincibility. Naomi met her with speed, precision, and a determination that made the match feel like more than just a win or loss. It felt personal. The crowd responded to every kick out, every counter, every moment was escalating. Then came the moment. Jade went to the ropes, a springboard spinning power slam, something she'd done before in AEW and on house shows. The setup looked fine, the intention was clear, but something went off script. Her foot slipped, or maybe her timing was off by half a second. She launched, spun and missed completely. Naomi wasn't in position. Jade crashed down hard, landing flat on her back in the center of the ring. Naomi turned, visibly stunned. The crowd gasped. You could hear the air get sucked out of the stadium. Even the commentary team froze. A full 2 seconds of silence passed before Corey Graves muttered, "That did not go as planned." And just like that, everything shifted. Naomi, to her credit, tried to pick things back up. She stayed calm, improvised, and helped Jade to her feet, but the match had lost its rhythm. The momentum was gone. Jade, clearly shaken, looked unsure for the first time in her WWE career. Gone was the confidence, the composure, the aura. In its place was something rare for her, vulnerability. The botch had happened on the biggest stage of her life, and the cameras didn't miss a second of it. Within minutes, Twitter was ablaze. Clips of the botch went viral almost instantly. Hashtags like #JadeBotch and #WrestleMania 41 fail started trending. Some fans laughed, others offered sympathy. Mainstream media outlets, even those that rarely cover wrestling, picked it up. Slow-motion replays, angle breakdowns, TikToks dissecting the mistake like it was a quarterback throwing a game-losing interception in the Super Bowl. Backstage, the mood was somber. According to multiple sources, Jade was devastated, not injured physically, but emotionally rocked. One report said she locked herself in the locker room for nearly an hour. She reportedly told a producer, "I let everyone down." Triple H, who had been one of her most vocal supporters backstage, was said to be understanding but serious. He knew this was a high-pressure moment. He also knew how quickly momentum in WWE can turn. But not everyone was down on Jade. Naomi, her opponent, was reportedly the first person to comfort her after the match. She gave Jade a hug and said, "It's just one moment, not your whole career." And in an industry where ego and pressure often outweigh empathy, that gesture meant everything. And then WWE made a choice, one that fueled even more controversy. They uploaded the full match to their official YouTube channel within hours. But one thing was missing: the botch. The entire sequence had been trimmed out, just gone, cleanly edited like it never happened. Fans noticed immediately. Comments flooded in. Was WWE protecting her? Were they trying to erase a mistake? Should they have let it air unedited? Some defended the decision. Why make it worse for her? They argued. Others accused the company of shielding their investment from criticism. Either way, the damage was already done. A fan-shot video of the botch was already up online and climbing past 5 million views within 24 hours. The very next night on Raw, everyone expected Jade to lay low, maybe take a few weeks off, rebuild in the shadows. But WWE had a different plan. Jade appeared backstage in a single camera segment. No music, no flashy lights, just her, standing in front of a concrete wall, staring directly into the lens, and what she said turned the entire narrative on its head. "Yeah, I botched it," she started. "No excuses, no sugarcoating, but that's not the end of my story, not even close. You want to laugh at me? Go ahead. You want to doubt me? Fine, but don't you dare think I'm not built for this. You saw me fall, now watch me get back up." The promo was short, raw, vulnerable, and powerful. It didn't feel like a character talking. It felt like a real person owning her moment and refusing to let it define her. Fans responded instantly. Comments poured in across social media. "Respect. She owned it. Now I believe in her." Even wrestling legends took notice. Trish Stratus tweeted, "We've all been there. What matters is what comes next." Booker T, on his podcast, offered some tough love. "This is the big leagues. It's not about being perfect. It's about how you respond. She better use this, because it's a gift if she sees it that way." And that's where this story takes a turn. Because here's the truth: Jade Cargill needed this. Not the botch. Nobody needs that. But the moment, the humility, the chance to show fans that she's not a manufactured machine built in a corporate lab. She's human, she's flawed, and she can bounce back. Before this, a lot of fans didn't connect with her. She was too perfect, too rehearsed, too untouchable. But flaws? Flaws are real. They create connection. Suddenly, Jade wasn't just a dominant force. She was a real person, facing real adversity. And wrestling, at its best, is about the fight to overcome. Jade's botch may have been the lowest moment of her WWE journey so far, but it might also be the most important. Because now, she's got something she never had before: sympathy, relatability, and the chance to write a redemption story from scratch. And WWE knows that. They love a good comeback. They've built entire careers around second chances. Edge, Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, they all stumbled before they soared. Jade is now on that same road, and if she plays it right, she can come back stronger, better, and more beloved than ever before. So what's next? That's the million-dollar question. Will Jade be given another high-profile match at SummerSlam? Will WWE pair her with a mentor figure? Will she go on a tear through the roster just to prove she's still that unstoppable force? Or will they let her simmer, slowly rebuild the mystique in smaller moments until the next big stage? Whatever happens, one thing is clear: this story isn't over. In fact, it might just be getting started. Because Jade Cargill didn't just fall at WrestleMania 41. She fell in front of the world. And now, the world is watching to see how she gets back up. Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments, do you think Jade will rise from this moment, or will it haunt her for the rest of her career? Subscribe for more behind-the-scenes WWE stories and turn on notifications so you don't miss what happens next. Because when Jade steps back into the spotlight, it won't just be about wins or losses. It'll be about proving that one fall doesn't define a champion, it builds one.